Hey, Kelsey, Norm MacDonald here. So, you have a podcast, huh? Fantastic. You know what I always say? You know what the world needs more of? Podcasts.
Live from the Screwball Whiskey Studios, The Kelsey Hudgins Show.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Live from the Screwball Whiskey Studios, indeed, SKREW Ball Studios SKREW Ball Whiskey.com. Tomorrow's stories begin right here. Jesus, it's been too long since I've done this. I'm losing it. I've lost my abilities. I'm just kidding, I haven't lost my abilities. How's it going, guys? How's the world treating you? Are you doing well? That is so good to hear. Hang tight for a second. Let me go in here. So yeah, I've been kind of slacking a little bit. Alright. Move all this stuff around. All right. Nailed it. All right, so how are you guys doing, dude? Well, good. Welcome to you. Give yourself a round of applause. You've done great. You've done good so far. I got bumps on my nose because I have the worst skin in the world. Thanks, Dad. So anyway, yeah, I hadn't done one of these in a while, especially a solo talk, and I've been kind of slacking a little bit, and for that I apologize, but also there is not an excuse, but I guess you could, maybe you could call it an excuse. I went back to work this week and playing gigs and whatnot. And for those of you who don't know, which I'm sure that most of you do, my job is to play music in front of people. So when everything went down when everything went down and everything had to close, I ended up pretty much like completely out of work. They wouldn't let anybody go and open up restaurants or anything like that. And so I lost pretty much 6 to 7 weeks of work. And now technically I've gone back to work at a lower, at a lower level. So right now all I'm doing is basically duo and solo gigs, but tomorrow we're actually going to be doing our first full band gig since everything's come back. So, oh, hello, Amy, darling. Always a pleasure to see you. Thank you. So yeah, just going back to what is going to be normal for now, because let's be honest, there's whatever normal was, it's no longer that. It's not going to be that ever again. And I'm going to akin this to like 9/11. I'm pretty positive that everything's different after this. So whatever normal is going to be, how's it going, Diving? So like whatever normal is going to be, that's where we're going, and I'm pretty sure that's where we are. And I bet that like there's certain things that might change forever, but for now, I'm still getting on stage playing music for a bunch of people, and whatever, for what it's worth, there's like zero social distancing going on here in South Carolina, but there's also like zero people getting sick. You know, there's nobody getting sick, and hopefully we can keep that up. Hopefully nobody gets sick. Hopefully nobody, hopefully nobody brings the virus here from elsewhere, because this is a tourist location here in Myrtle Beach. And we're hoping that the people who come down here are doing so safely. And also, I'm really hoping that the folks who do come here will understand, that we are here. We are back to work. Technically, we have opened up our restaurants, and rightfully so. Let me move this over here. Yeah, that's a little better. So, hopefully they will understand and respect our space and understand that we are going back to work, and it is very, it's a lot less awful. It's not as bad here as it is elsewhere. So really hoping that they will respect our space. And I'm very weird about folks getting close to me and things like that. I've always been strange about that. So I'm not a big fan of large crowds anyway, and I'm a loner at home. I really enjoy staying at home alone. That's just my thing. And everybody's like, oh, I feel bad for you, man. You're just always all home by yourself. And I'm like, no, this is what I wanted, Dave Sarah. This is what I planned. I meant to do this. Also, this fucking chair is moaning under the weight of me. I need to grease this chair. That sounds so dirty, doesn't it? Grease this chair. That sounds like something bad, a dirty thing. But no, I'm hoping that the folks who are coming down here, again, I'll say that they're doing the right thing by basically, if they're symptomatic or anything like that, hopefully they're staying home and being safe. But at this point, do the symptoms matter? Because they're saying now that people can carry this thing and have zero symptoms. And honestly, I'll be honest with you. I'll be upfront. And I've said this to several people. The only thing that really freaks me out about this situation is the fact that if someone has been hospitalized due to the COVID, that they will not be able to enlist in the military. And that is odd, because folks are saying, oh, well, this thing isn't this thing isn't as even as bad as the flu, it's just not that bad that people are making it out to be. It's not as bad. So if that's the case, then why in the world are people not allowed to enlist in the military who have been hospitalized with it? Like that makes zero sense to me. Out by me, they opened the beaches, all the people from out of town, and nobody was wearing a mask. Oh, Diving, I was live with my Discord fam yesterday at a gig that I played day before yesterday, actually, and they saw the crowd, zero people social distancing, zero masks. they were going to open the beaches and parks, and the weekend before everyone went to the beach in the provinces, they said, fuck y'all. You know, Amy, honestly, I'm not against that. I mean, that's the thing that I believe most, and if I want to get conspiratorial with it, which I guess I will now, that's right, hashtag fam. If I want to get conspiratorial with it, I would say, so there is something much worse going on with this virus than we are being told. And because of that, they said, let's not freak everybody out, because if we tell them what's actually going on, they will freak out. We'll have a mass hysteria. This will not be good. So I believe what they did was just say, okay, we need to stay at home right now. We need to just keep you guys indoors. And they're just telling us these small, vague things to keep us calm enough to not freak out, but also keeping us aware enough to maybe not go out and mock this virus or whatever. Right, let's be reasonable, exactly. And yeah, they do have to do what they have to do, and we'll never have all the answers. Oh yeah, but like exactly, like being reasonable. Like the logically, what I think is that I don't think that staying inside and quarantining yourself is doing anybody's immune systems any favors. But in the same breath, if this thing is as bad as folks have said it was, as like Michael Yo said it was on Joe Rogan's podcast, then nobody wants it. And plus, if people just, oh yeah, exactly right. People barely used to go out, but now that they're not allowed to, they're losing their minds. Y'all need to chill. 100% people need to chill. And I'm one of those people who I never left my house like for anything really. I left my house to go play gigs. And that was all I left my house for. And still that's all I leave my house for. You know, I make a grocery store run, you know, once or twice a week, maybe. And even less now that other things have started opening back up, and I've stopped cooking at home so much, which I shouldn't do. I should cook at home more. But to be perfectly honest, I've got so much meat in my freezer right now. Like I've got more meat in my freezer than I've had in my adult life. Right now. And hell yeah, I was already prepared for this. And the thing is that not everybody was in the situation I was in. Not everybody is in the situation to where they are 100% fine with sitting at home by themselves and staying away, staying out of public, staying away from people. And I'm sorry, but just I'm fine with that. And I'm going to be honest, whenever I got my text this week from my agent that we were going back to work, we were going to start doing dude, yeah, and I Costco, no beef, no pork, 100%. They're out of everything, and they're saying that's because in these slaughterhouses are basically full of people who all have coronavirus but are asymptomatic, and there's nothing you can do about that. And I'll finish my thought. When I got my message this week from my agent that we were going to be going back and doing gigs at a regular pace this week, I got to admit, I was a little bit skeptical, and I messaged out to the other guys in the band, and both of those, yeah, that's what I'm hearing, that a lot of people are catching it at the meat places. But I got up with the other guys in the band, and both of them have stayed at work the whole time. Adam and Smitty both have stayed at work the whole time. Nothing really has changed for them at all, honestly. And I got up with them and I was like, hey, if you guys are cool with this, this is what we've got. I'm going to be honest. I'm a little bit uncomfortable with it, but if you guys are cool, it is what it is. And that was my stance at the beginning. And now that I've been out and I've done gigs 3 days in a row now, and I've still got 2 more to go before I'm done this week. So after doing 3 gigs in a row, I do feel a little bit better about it, just to be honest. And maybe it's just oh yeah, I hate people too, Diving. I hear you 100%. And by the way, if you guys are listening to this on audio after, obviously not right now, but whenever the audio comes out, if you guys hear me responding to this and you guys want to hang out with us on the YouTube, please go subscribe to Kelsey Hudgins on YouTube and come and chat with us whenever we do these things live. But maybe it's just I want to feel something somewhat normal as to what life was like before all of this happened. But it feels nice to get out and be on stage again. And I've said several times, I think I mentioned it in the Joelberg podcast, about when you remove the people coming up, and this is maybe me flexing my narcissistic brain, but if that's the case, then so be it. But if it gets to the point to where I've been told, by people who listen to me play, hey, good job, man, that was great. Really enjoyed that. You guys are awesome. That was great. I love that song, blah, 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 whatever, insert compliment here. And I will get that after every single gig. And then that was removed. That is a mind fuck. When you are used to having people tell you, hey man, good job, giving you these words of affirmation and, being kind and giving you nice compliments and just saying nice things. And then you take that away. It's just not the same when you're reading it in the comments of somebody, that when you're playing songs here, like when I'm playing songs here to you guys and reading your comments. And I love that, by the way. But it's not the same as standing in front of someone and looking at their eyes when they tell you, hey man, good job. I really enjoyed what you did. And removing that is the sort of thing that not a lot of artists are talking about. But just the not having that is not, it wasn't very fun for me. But so now that I'm back to getting on stage and being in front of people again and having this, how do you say it? Just having these people lift me up in a way, you know what I mean? Like, and just maybe that is narcissistic. Maybe I do enjoy hearing people tell me that I did a good job about something, but who doesn't enjoy that? Like, who doesn't enjoy knowing that they did something well, or knowing that people think they did something well, or people enjoy what they did? Who doesn't enjoy that? But anyway, that was just a sidebar to the main point of me getting back to saying I really did enjoy getting back into the swing of things. And I was talking to Gary Flowers, fantastic harmonica player who comes out and jams with us every now and again. He came out the other night, and he brought his family and his daughters, amazing harmony singers, all of them. They're just, I told him when I get to heaven, if the angels don't sound like them, I'd be pissed. But I was talking to his daughter, and I was saying that the process of setting up, like bringing the system in, setting everything up, plugging everything in, getting everything cued in, like just. The music is free. I tell everybody the music is free. I get paid to set up and tear down equipment. But that process of just, Wayne, always appreciate you, buddy. Thank you so much. And by the way, Wayne, I'm glad I see you here. Shout out to everyone during this nonsense who hung out with us on Facebook and watched Cornbread Live at Dead Dog Saloon. Shout out to Dead Dog for giving us their stage to perform live from during this quarantine, to play to their Facebook Live crowd. And also shout out to everybody who watch anything that we do live on the internet, because y'all have no idea how much that meant and how much that how much momentum that gave us to continue to truck through this thing. And y'all really helped me personally realize that this was going to be okay. If all else fails and this doesn't work anymore, then by all means, this will still be a thing that we can do to get by. And honestly, I may have had a little bit of a leg up on other folks, because I've been streaming for a very long time now. And And another thing, too, is I didn't go live as much as other folks did. And that was more because I see a lot of folks who have like significant others and families and things like that. And they want to be, oh, bro, Timmy, I know that, dude. I know it, man. Isn't it? How's your shoulder? How's your strap shoulder feel, man? Mine's killing me, dude. But yeah, man, just having that there was really, really nice. And knowing that if God forbid anything else ever happened, we have that to go back to, that was nice. And I had another thought that I was working on there, but I've kind of talked my way through it. So, sorry about that, but right on, Wayne. Very good to hear. But like I said, I feel a little bit different now than I did the first day. And dude, my back is not good. So for those of you who don't play music often, if you gig a lot, this right here where your guitar strap comes across in between your neck and your shoulder, where it just like presses on that point the whole time. Oh man, it's just like it's a nerve sore. It's like it gets on a nerve in here. And it doesn't feel good. But anyway, that's beside the point. So, yeah, it was really, really neat to be able to experience that. And like I said, I may have had a little bit of a leg up on some other folks because I do stream a lot. And I didn't take advantage of the fact that I saw, and honestly, Timmy, I saw Timmy go live a few times, and I know Timmy has a beautiful wife and daughter that he is providing for, and I'm just using you as an example, Timmy. But there's so many other people who have significant others and families and things to provide for, and honestly, I felt like if I were going to go live and everybody else was also live, I felt like I would be taking views away from other folks who may need them, or Venmo tips away from somebody else who may need them more than I do, because I'm just me, man. I don't like my apartment is very inexpensive. My overhead, so to speak, is very low. Like it does not cost a lot of money for me to survive, and I've done very well over this quarantine. And shout out to all of you guys who did Venmo tip over the quarantine. It was very much appreciated and very much needed. And thankfully, because of, the situation that I'm in, to where I don't have a lot of expenses in my life. And also shout out to, and feel how you feel about this, but Uncle Sam has been very good to me. I received damn near every benefit that I applied for. So that was very good. And I've been blessed to the point where I've been able to help out a few other people, because I just don't have a lot of overhead here. It doesn't cost a lot of money to live my life, is what I mean. So, but really, like, I can't tell you guys this enough, is, like, thank y'all so much for supporting us. And I know that everybody lost money over this situation. Like, just about everybody lost money. So shout out to you guys for Venmoing us tips from just streaming live to y'all. And even when I was streaming live here, and I got so fucking mad, and I we were doing this thing for, shout out Boathouse as well. Boathouse actually, and they actually gave us, and that's sort of a nice segue into this next story, but Boathouse gave us the opportunity to stream live to their Facebook page from our house. And I had set up this really nice camera angles. We had green screens all over the place, and each member of the band had a green screen, and I had set up the actual system, the PA system in my living room, and aimed it this way and was trying to get the most live sound that I actually could for the gig. And I screwed up the audio because I could tell you the technical part of it, but it wouldn't matter. All that matters is that I made a mistake. And I don't make a lot of mistakes. And when I make mistakes, it really fucks with me and it really messes with my head. And I can't deal with the stress that I cause myself. And like, I know, and a lot of people who know me well know that I'm very hard on people as far as like getting things right and doing things the right way and doing things. And some folks might think, that, you think that's the right way. It might not be. And I understand that, but all I'm saying is that I'm much harder on myself than I am on everybody else. So when I screwed that up, it kind of, all the wind was taken out of my sails right out of the gate. And I was kind of upset about that. But shout out to you guys for literally sticking in there sticking with us and hanging in there with us while all of the nonsense was going on, even through bad audio and all of the stuff that was happening there. Like, you guys really did, like, for lack of a better term, keep me going. So shout out to that. And also, I know that I do play. I'll get really stoned and play Nintendo games a lot. So shout out to anybody who watches me do that in the middle of the night, because I know that I know that it's not the most riveting content. Me just getting pissed off because I can't beat a fucking Nintendo game, but it's what I do, and I don't know. It's what I'm doing when I'm not doing anything else. And I didn't see why I didn't see a reason not to stream it. So there's that. Now there's something that but yeah. So basically, what I'm getting at is that I was really, really, really freaked out. I was scared that I was going to go back to work. All of these people are going to flock to us. And we're going to have people who are coming from hotbeds where the virus was getting bad or getting worse. And they're going to come down here and they're going to spread it in our area. And then we're going to have to shut down for even longer than we would have had to stay shut down. And our goal should be, despite how you feel about this situation, your goal should be to take the least amount of time off as possible. And whether that amount of time would be taken in one block or spread out over two periods, whatever ends up being the least amount of time off, that should be our goal. 100% of the time, that should be our goal. So all I was thinking is that, well, this is a tourist location. Surely, as soon as everything opens back up, most people who had reservations here in Myrtle Beach are going to use those. They're going to use those reservations. Those reservations. They're going to come down here. They're going to spread this virus that they're bringing from their home to here to our home, and that freaked me out. But literally, and I've realized I'm very fond of my own opinions, and I'm very fond of my own beliefs, but I'm also a big enough man to admit if, like, maybe I would overreact to something or freak out. And just looking around me, I'm like the only one in my area, it seems, that is as worried about this thing as I am. So right now I'm in the okay, well, let's just take a step back and we'll just see how things go. And now I'm in that mindset as to, well, we'll just wait and see how these things go. and I just enjoy whatever's going on right now. Just enjoy being able to get in front of people and enjoy seeing people again and being in public. And that the concept, and I've wanted to do this my entire life. I've wanted to play music. I've wanted to be in front of people my entire life. So I mean, would I do this? Oh, is it really, Timmy? Damn. 501, for those of you not aware, 501 is a parking lot today, Timmy Pierce says. 501 is the main road that leads into Myrtle Beach. And I mean, it's to be expected. But what worries me, and Smitty actually, what worries me is that all these people are going to come down here and spread the virus, and we're going to have to shut down again. But Smitty, my drummer, actually made a good point the other day. He was like, well, if this does happen, at least we know the drill. At least they say, they give a press conference. Hey guys, we opened up too soon. We're going to have to cut this back again. We need to shut down again. We need you guys to stay home. Well, we already know what to do. And in the South, where we're in Hurricane Alley down here in Myrtle Beach, basically. So like, we already know the drill. It wasn't really hard for us to okay, so this is just like a really long hurricane. And Timmy and Wayne can attest to this. Whenever the hurricanes hit, it's pretty much just 2 or 3 days of what we've gone over for the last few weeks. And of course, this is a longer, more drawn out version of that. That's right, Alexa. How you doing, darling? Go buy all the toilet paper. That's right. But like, you just, whenever the hurricanes hit, it's just the same as what we've already been doing. So we're very good at knowing how to shut down, quote unquote, or, just take a step back and let whatever's going on run its course and all that nonsense. So that was if anything does happen like what I expect to happen, and just to clarify, what I expect to happen is I expect for just everything opening back up to stir everything up a little more, and to literally just stir everything up again. And we'll have to shut down for another, couple of weeks or whatever have you, 2 weeks or 4 weeks or however long it's going to be the next go around. But I feel that is inevitable. And I mean, the only thing I guess that's keeping my mind away from that thought is the fact that I get to go and do the thing that I love. I get to go and stand in front of people and play songs that I've learned, and just show people this thing that I know how to do. And I love doing that, and I will always love doing that. And what I was going to say a while ago, and before I went off on another tangent, was that here's an analogy for you. Pete Rose, one of the greatest baseball players of all time, who just made some bad choices and ends up not being able to be in the Hall of Fame. He said that if I would walk through hell in a gasoline suit to play baseball, he said if they charged me to play the game, if I had to pay them to play, I would still play. And that's me. Like, if I love this thing that I do. I love performing. I love playing music. If they said you're going to get a virus and this could potentially kill you, and you're like, this is your only choice. Like, you're going to get this thing and it could potentially kill you if you continue to play music, I would still continue to play music because I love it. The only thing that is in the back of my mind is that if this is going to affect someone else negatively, that's the last thing I want to do. I don't want to affect anyone else negatively. I don't want that. I don't want anybody to, hey, Joan, how's it going? Good to see you. I don't want to see anyone hurt or anyone put in harm's way because of my decisions and my choices. So I'm trying to positive vibes, yo. That's right. I just want I don't know. I just want everything to get close to what normal is going to be again. And that's right. Let's not add to the sum total of negativity already present in the universe. 100% positive vibes. Yes, push and believe. Positive energy. You got it. But true, oh, thank you so much, Amy. And Joan, you're so kind. I appreciate you as well. But basically, and I don't want to keep you guys for too long today. I know that enjoy it. I know that there's a lot of stuff going on. It's Saturday. Y'all are probably this is the first time, especially in my part of the world, where people are able to get out and go back into the world and experience things that they haven't been able to experience. And by the way, how many of y'all, now that things are a little bit close to normal around here, that restaurants are opening back up, how many of y'all had a cravings list? Like things that you craved over the quarantine that you couldn't eat, and now you just got this list. Be like, okay, well, now I'm going to go to Miyabi Jr., then I'm going to go to blah, 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 blah. I'm going to get some wings from this place. I'm going to get all of these things that you didn't get to have over the quarantine that now you're like, ooh, I want that. But anyway, that was just a sidebar. But I'm excited. Oh, that's so awesome, Amy. Up in the western coast of Canada. And I imagine, I don't know how close you are to the beaches there, Amy, but I'd imagine that's kind of you're in somewhat of a similar type place that I'm in a way. If you're closer to the beaches, from what I don't know if I could be just making that up, but yes, the experience is the whole thing, like the going out to the place and sitting down to order something. Like the experience is fun, but to be honest, I'm not much of a sit down kind of guy. I like to go get my stuff to go and bring it back home to where I'm comfortable. So I've been doing that for a very long time. And another thing too, those who know me well know that if a lot of people are doing something, yeah, exactly. I know exactly what you mean. The option would be nice. That anybody who knows me well knows that if a lot of people are doing something, that's a surefire way that I will not want to do that thing, because I get like this. I get this thing to where I don't enjoy things that a lot of people enjoy. Like if a lot of people like this thing, I don't want to do it. It's not fun anymore for me. It's not exclusive to me. Like this staying at home and being quarantined and staying away from people, that was something that used to be my thing, and now everybody is doing my thing. Oh, I love you back, darling. Now everybody is doing my thing, and it's not exclusive to me anymore, so it's not as fun. And whenever I was making a joke, and a lot of my friends are like, oh yeah, well now the government has just told us to do what Kelsey does all the time. And that's basically what happened, is the government literally came and said, okay, well, it's time to shut this thing down. This guy, Kelsey Hudgins over here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, just do what he's been doing. Just do what that guy's been doing. That's what he should have said. But I don't know. It's not as much fun anymore to sit at home and be alone and, oh yeah, 100%, Amy. And I watched Game of Thrones because I felt like it was something that I would enjoy, but I waited. I watched it all in 2 weeks. I binged the whole thing. Actually, yeah, well, it did take me 2 weeks because I binged the whole thing in 7 days, and then I waited a week to watch the last episode. So technically 2 weeks, but really only 8 days. I did it all on HBO Go thing, and I mean, it was good. It was fine. After I got done watching it, I thought it was great, but then the more I thought about it and talked to other people about it, it was It was fine. But anyway, that's beside the point. But yes, if everybody likes something, I'm not going to give a shit about it. And honestly, that's mostly music. Like if a lot of people like a certain artist, or if a lot of people like a song, almost a surefire way that I'm not gonna enjoy it, on my own at least. But that being said, now that I know that everybody was in kind of the same boat as me, made it a little less special, but it also made it a little easier to deal with, because you're like, okay, well, at least everybody else is in the same boat that I'm in. So, you know, I hate being in a boat with a large amount of people when it comes to certain situations, but still, what can you do? Because everybody is, you know, forced to be under the same stipulations and same weird circumstance that you're in. So whatever that is, we're all in it. And I guess there's some sort of, I don't mind the solidarity of it, I guess, is a good way to describe it. So the solidarity of it is kind of nice, but definitely just knowing that I'm sitting here alone at home while everybody else is out in the world doing their thing just makes it more special to me for some reason. I don't know. It's like, I like being part of an elite club, I guess, not an elite, an exclusive club. I don't mean to say an elite, exclusive, like you like very, very, I don't know, small numbers, stand together, but 2 meters, 6 feet apart. Quarantine. That's right. # quarantine. But anyway, I don't want to ramble too much today. I've got another gig tonight at, I knew what you meant, darling. I got another gig tonight at Fillets in North Myrtle Beach. By the way, if you guys saw my buddy Timmy Pierce in the comments over here a while ago, Timmy, also an artist in the Myrtle Beach area. Go check Timmy out. Follow him on the Facebook, and make sure to keep up with him everywhere he goes. He's an outstanding artist, steeped in the cruise ship, steeped on the oceans of this earth. And I'm telling you, man, you go out, you watch Timmy, he never has a bad time, and he's one of the best one of the best crowd artists I've ever seen. So go on Facebook and follow Timmy and keep up with where he's going to be as well. But we're going to be tonight at Fillets Waterfront in Little River, and that will be 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock if I'm not mistaken. And tomorrow we will be at the Pilot House, also in Little River, South Carolina, from 2 o'clock to 6 o'clock p.m. Streamed last night from Backyard Sports Bar and Grill. If you guys want to check out the live stream from that, it is still posted on the Cornbread Facebook page. You go to facebook.com/cornbreadband. And then the night before, I streamed the first 2 sets of Neil and Pam's with me and the guitar player Adam and the harmonica player Gary Flowers and his fantastic family. That was streamed on my Periscope, so I'm Periscope at Kelsey Hudgins. And anyway, I guess in closing, what I will say about this whole situation, going into this week, I was very skeptical about getting back out into the world, and now 3 days into it, I'm like, you know, it is what it is. Fuck it. If whatever happens. Everybody else is literally in this. So honestly, if this comes around again and everybody ends up catching this thing and it ends up sending us back home, then we know. then at least we know, okay, we've got to shut this thing down again. We know what to do. But also we'll know, okay, this thing isn't anything to fuck with. So, it wasn't all bullshit. It wasn't a hoax. It wasn't a spam or a plandemic or what do they call it? A scamdemic. Hopefully we do find out that, or honestly, hopefully we just get closure on the situation. Hopefully we get closure on whatever any of this is. But back to my, I guess the thing I really want to hit home on this is that I felt really weird about going into this week, getting back to work, but now I feel, I guess I feel a little bit better that I've been awarded this thing that I love. I'm allowed to do this thing that I love again. So it's kind of bittersweet, to be honest, but what can you do? I'm able to do something that I love now. So anyway, let's see. What else do I got? Yep, fillets tonight, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. I don't think we're going to stream that. We streamed last night. We may stream tomorrow. Game time decision. Everything's going to be a game time decision, so I don't know. But if you guys want to just keep up, go follow Cornbread on Facebook, facebook.com/cornbreadband. You can follow me on social media. You can add me, Kelsey Hudgins, on Facebook. Take it day by day with a smile, Amy says. That's what we can do. That's all we can do, really. Just smile. Gosh. And also, Amy, go subscribe to her channel as well. She is just a ray of sunshine in a dark world, and you all need to see what I mean by that. Just go subscribe to her channel as well. Such a sweet soul, and I am very blessed to know who she is and exist on this plane with her. But yeah, so everything's going to be a game time decision. Follow me on social media at Yonder Wizard. Everything's down here at the bottom of the screen. At Kelsey Hudgins on Twitter, at Yonder Wizard, WIZZERD on Instagram. If you guys enjoying all this, if you guys want to support the show at all, at Kelsey Hudgins on Venmo. Not necessary, not asking for anything at all, but if you'd like to support, that's the way you could do it. I do have a Patreon, I just don't use it, so I'd hate to send people there because I really don't. There's nothing special that I give patrons or anything like that, and I don't want to, hoodoo you out of any dollars. Wayne, I really appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Wayne here was at every single live stream that we did. Wayne was right there. So shout out to you, man. Shout out to everybody else again for watching all of our live streams during the quarantine. Going to keep these going. Going to try to get more guests on, but if I don't get guests on, I will be doing more of these solo talks, just like I did on the MI Stuff podcast. And by the way, if you guys want to go and check out any of those old MI Stuff podcasts that I did, there's like more than 200 episodes of MI Stuff podcast, and you can find those at Apple Podcasts. You can subscribe to that. They're actually, if you just want to go to Apple Podcasts and subscribe to The Kelsey Hudgins Show, all of the old MI Stuff podcast episodes are there. All of the old Sunset Grill episodes are there. The Sunset Grill Conspiracy Theory podcast I did with Noel Byrne and Blair Beaudry, they're all there. Thanks, Amy. I made all of this music, by the way, that you've heard throughout this thing. Actually, my newest single that I released was my newest original single, "End Up Over Yonder." I might play that on the end of this because I haven't done. I used to play that a bunch, but I'll play that song at the end. Also, on my channel here, I released the other day the audio of my version of "A Devil Went Down to Georgia." Devil Went Down to Georgia, and I recorded it when I was 19 years old. It's kind of embarrassing, but I released everything that I recorded back then. The only reason I didn't release Devil Went Down to Georgia is copyright reasons. I have the license to the song, but I'm not sure how that works as far as like I think I have the license to play the song. I'm not sure if I have the license to monetarily gain from. But anyway, that's beside the point. There's follow me on Spotify, Kelsey Hudgins. Also, the Kelsey Hudgins Show on Spotify. If that's where you get your podcast from. But I am also on Spotify, personally, Kelsey Hudgins. All of my originals are there. All of my albums are there. And everything that I've recorded, even my old originals, they're called Old Songs. That album's called Old Songs. I just released it a couple weeks ago. Things I recorded from about 2006 to about 2010, 11. But yeah, I think that's it. I'm pretty sure that's all I got for you. Oh, Amy, you are just the sweetest. Goodness gracious. And Joan, I guess it's just it's almost, I don't know. I think I listened to it and I listened to some of the things and I'm like, did I really do this? Like, did I really this is how I wanted to do this thing? I don't know. I feel like I could have done better. I guess that's where I'm at. But anyway, I am gonna get out of here and let you guys get on with your lives. I'm gonna play my the newest single I recorded, a little End Up Over Yonder. I recorded this whole song live on Periscope. Every instrument that you hear in this song is me. I played every instrument. I did every one track at a time, and I streamed the whole process on Periscope. If you guys want to go back and find it, I'll link it up in the comments if you want. Anyway, in a world full of shitty people, don't be one of those people. Be a good person. I love each and every one of you. Joan, Amy, Wayne, let's see, Dave, Sarah, Swishy, Diving, Alexa, Timmy, all of you guys. Shout out to y'all for hanging out with me in this stream. I love the shit out of y'all. Anyway, this song's called End Up Over Yonder. In a world full of shitty people, don't be one of those people. Be a good person. It's not that hard. Peace, bitches.
I've tried explaining, not for nothing. I've tried changing. I reckon I'm not much for shifting gears. Loneliness I've been through till there's nothing more I can do. Yet tonight I'm out here wasting all my breath. Life of these I squandered, left to seek out what I pondered. In a poor misguided head, forsaken death. the surface hotter than the fire that